everybody. I'm Warner Roberts, and thank you so much for joining us on this, our very first virtual presentation of the wonderful world of the Women of Substance, benefiting the Mission of Yahweh Homeless Shelter for Women and Children. Who knew last year when we were in that beautiful ballroom that this year, for our 4th annual event, we'd be outside on my back porch. We are so hopeful that you're safe, healthy, and happy as we experience for the first time in our lifetimes this unprecedented COVID-19 pandemic. And how wonderful that you're with us as we celebrate these dedicated women of substance who have done so much for so many. The Mission of Yahweh is the place where homeless moms and their children have been coming for 59 years when they're desperately in need of support to start a new life. And what do they find? They find help. They find hope. They find a home away from home. They find miracles. And we are so fortunate today to have with us television superstar Ernie Manous to serve as our official MC. Now, everybody knows Ernie, the anchor and producer of Houston Public Media. He has garnered 11 Emmy Awards, if you can count that high, 11, 5 Katie Awards, a Houston Press Club Lone Star Award, numerous Winner's Choice Awards, and the ultimate interviewer from the Houston Chronicle. Plus, Ernie does an enormous amount of community service. I know that because I get him to help me all the time. He helps everybody. He's the man. And he's truly a man of substance. Mr. Ernie Manous. Hi, Ernie.
Thank you, Warner.
Hi. I love your mask. You want to show me?
Yeah, I'll show you my mask.
Oh, that's so much better.
There we go. Do you like that?
That's so much better than mine.
No,
but
yours
wait
is
a minute,
you.
wait a minute. I've got a good one. You want to show it? You want to show? See? I got that one. I got that one. And I've got this one. Got to have some hearts, Ernie.
Yeah.
Got to have hearts.
Kind of like a little Red Cross nurse there for us all.
Thank you so much for being with us, darling, on my back porch.
Well, you know, who would have thought, well, I guess we could have assumed the only person in Houston who would have a back porch that's gala ready would be Warner. You know, how wonderful to see how lives are changed and how miracles happen at the mission, where homeless women and children have received not just a safe haven, but 3 hot meals a day, clothing, childcare, education and life skill programs, spiritual counseling, and life-changing programs focused on ending the cycle of dependency. It's a non-denominational, faith-based shelter that empowers, enriches, and restores lives. And the person who oversees all of the day-to-day operations is the executive director, Richard Hill, who we've asked to give today's invocation.
Let us pray. Father God, we come to you today thanking you for your many blessings, especially during these challenging times. We are grateful for being able to have our Women of Substance event this year so that the needs of every woman and child under our care will be met. We're grateful for Paul David, Warner, and Tammy for their hard work in putting this event together. And we're grateful for our honorees who have done so much to benefit our community and the Mission of Yahweh. Lord, we ask that you watch over every detail pertaining to our event today so that it can run smoothly. We ask all of these things in your precious name. Amen.
Thank you so much, Richard. Now I'd like to introduce the chair of this Women of Substance luncheon, a real superstar herself in the world of volunteerism and philanthropy, Christina Somerville.
I feel honored to serve as the chair of this event and want to thank each of you for supporting this cause to end the cycle of homelessness and dependency. It's amazing to witness what transpires at the mission on that 12-building campus. When you think about a homeless woman coming in with her children, destitute, alone, scared, and then to see a life transformed, blossomed, restored through teaching job readiness skills, computer training, and money management. The mission is teaching these women how to stand on their own 2 feet. That's exactly what has happened for thousands of women and children at the mission since 1961. That's 59 years of miracles. bearing in mind that 40% of the mission's residents are children under the age of 13. Again, thank you so much for supporting this event. You can donate today and make more miracles. We're honored to have, as our honorary chairs today, Regina Rogers. A community activist, Regina Rogers is the founder and chair of several Southeast Texas nonprofit organizations that provide healthcare and educational opportunities for underserved populations. She is a champion for the last, the least, the lost, and the lonely. Sybil Roos. During World War II, Sybil was a proud member of the Navy Waves, the women's branch of the U.S. Naval Reserve. Today, she actively supports many Houston charitable and arts organizations and has been honored time and time again for her service in our fair city. By the way, she never misses an Astros home game. That's BC, before COVID, of course. Thank you both so very much. Something for you to think about as we celebrate these women today. The mission is potentially training our future leaders and women of substance. So please, open your hearts and open your wallets. The city of Houston needs more women of substance.
Thank you, Christina. Now, our premier presenting sponsor, Janice McNair, and the Houston Texans are providing a major miracle for the children at the mission, a new Houston Texans playground. What a beautiful addition to the Mission campus that will bring joy to thousands of children for many years to come.
Hello friends, I want to send you all a virtual hug and express my gratitude to the Mission of Yahweh and the wonderful programs that help so many. I'm truly honored to be part of this special event which recognizes so many women. I would like to congratulate all of the honorees and especially my good friend Warner Roberts, who's such a gift to all of us. Thank you all for what you do.
Beginning in 2002, when the team was founded, one of the top priorities for the McNair family was to create the Houston Texans Foundation. With a focus on being champions for youth, the Houston Texans Foundation supports programs in education, character development, and health and wellness. Our strategic partnerships with the Houston Texans YMCA, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Houston, and the Houston Food Bank have allowed us to reach children and families across the Greater Houston area. Through fundraising efforts, the Houston Texans Foundation has raised more than $35 million. And because of the generosity of fans, we can continue to empower our next generation of Texans. Together, we can continue our mission to be champions for youth in the Houston community.
And again, a huge thank you to the Texans.
We love our Texans. Go Texans. Everybody get your mask. You know what to do. You know where to wear it. Right?
Okay, I have to do this. Remember, wash your hands, keep social distancing, and wear a mask. It's the best way to fight COVID-19.
And this is the best mask you could possibly wear. We love our Houston Texans. Oh, I love this mask. I do. Now, it's such a great pleasure for me to introduce Paul David Van Atta, the man who created this event. Because of his friendship with Barbara Taylor Bradford, who wrote the book, A Woman of Substance, 41 years ago, Paul David took the title of her book and designed this event to honor the many women of substance in our city. The enormously talented Paul David Van Atta.
It is my pleasure indeed to introduce Barbara Taylor Bradford. She's a dear friend, and let me just tell you, her monstrosity on the literary world is unparalleled. She's one of the top 10 best-selling authors of all time. What that means? Well, think of it. 10 in a list. What's number 1? The Bible. She's in the top 10. And she's so special, she's so funny, and she's such a good friend. And she's allowed us to use the title of her iconic book, A Woman of Substance, which has sold 60 million copies worldwide and been translated into every language that you can possibly imagine. What a blessing she is to us for this event and for the Mission of Yahweh.
Barbara is also, upon the death of her husband, taken over as the president of Bradford Enterprises. We're so grateful to Barbara for allowing us to use the title of her book, A Woman of Substance, to honor these tremendous women and to raise much needed funds for the Mission of Yahweh, a homeless shelter for women and children that has been serving the community for almost 60 years. The leading character of her novel, A Woman of Substance, Emma Hart, is described by Barbara herself as a woman who was strong, independent, driven, ambitious, courageous, willing to go out and put herself on the line and do something. I created a woman who wanted to conquer the world. What more appropriate title for an event honoring these tremendous women? Thank you, Barbara, for allowing us to use your title. We're sorry that you can't be here with us this year, but we look forward to seeing you in 2021. And until then, thanks again.
We are so grateful to you, Barbara Taylor Bradford. And guess what? You're a good friend. You've been a good friend of hers for a long, long time.
Yeah, trying to figure it out recently, and I think we've been friends over 30 years. So obviously we were both children.
Oh, babies.
Writing her first book in crayon, I'm sure of it. You know, we are so thankful that Barbara lets us use her name, lets us honor her and all the women of substance. It's truly an important event, and so great that, Barbara, you get to be with us one way or another every time.
And you know what? She's funny.
Oh,
I think she's
great sense of humor.
So witty and so clever. She's fun to be around.
And a little saucy, too.
Yeah,
that's what
that
like
too.
Barbara.
That was good.
This is exciting, Warner. Now, what an honor it is for us to present the Lifetime of Substance Award to Rosanette Cullen. Rosanette is a lifelong Houstonian and a tireless supporter of many charitable organizations in the arts, education, and healthcare arena. She has served on the boards of the Harris County Hospital District Foundation, Houston Ballet, Houston Eye Association Foundation, University of Texas, MD Anderson Cancer Center, St. Luke Episcopal Hospital, Retina Research Board at Baylor College of Medicine, and the University Alumni Board at the University of Houston. Rose is a member of the Museum of Fine Arts Houston and is on the advisory board of the Friends of Nursing. She has worked on the capital campaign of the Monarch School and the St. Michael's Parish and School. She's established a scholarship endowed at St. Agnes Academy, where she graduated in 1955. Most recently, Rose was honored, along with her husband Harry, with the Margaret Alkeck Williams Humanitarian Award on behalf of UNICEF USA. Rose is a distinguished alumni at the University of Houston. She has been honored as a Woman of Distinction by the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation, and she is a recipient of the Assistance League Mary Jo Peckham Award. She has been honored at the Houston Ballet Ball and the Mission of Yahweh Gala, and at a myriad of other organizations. Her favorite recognition to date is to be named one of the very first Houston Treasures by the Social Book. Also, Rose has been named one of the 25 most beautiful Houstonians by H Texas Magazine. One of Rose's favorite things to do is make marinara sauce with the Donne di Domani members. This is the sauce that people fight to buy at the Nutcracker Market. Rose gives credit to her late husband, Harry Holmes Cullen, without whom she says she never could have accomplished anything. Her top priorities are her family, her children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. Rose most definitely has lived a lifetime of substance. Thank you, Rose, and congratulations.
Wow, what a pleasure it is to present to Rosanette Cullen the Lifetime of Substance Award.
I just feel blessed to have been honored like this, and I try to do my best, and I try to help when I can help, and I just think that the Mission of Yahweh is such a fabulous, fabulous thing to give to and to support, and it's just grown and grown, and it makes us all proud that we had a part in it to begin with. And I can remember the first Mission of Yahweh fundraiser that we had at River Oaks Country Club, and the whole theme was angels. and there were angels and halos and wonderful decor, and we all had such a wonderful time. And my husband was there, and they had a great auction prize that he bought for me that night, which was a trip to New York City, and that was so exciting. And of course, we had such a good time. I brought all my family, and that was just the beginning, the very first time that I had ever even thought about, being honored of all things. I was just attending, and I just can't thank everybody enough.
Congratulations, Rose. Thank you so much for all you do for so many. Now what we want to do is share a short video with you on the Mission of Yahweh, and it will give you that feeling of love that is the mission.
You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless.
The Mission of Yahweh has been providing food, clothing, home away from home. It is not a shelter. It is Jesus' home away from home for his least people.
I was low in my life, and the mission picked me up with the classes and the people here encouraging you. Got my education here, and now I am food service manager over the kitchen. And I'm living independent, and I love it.
I was the rescuer. I was the one that helped everyone, and in the process, I lost myself. Homelessness isn't always under the bridge. You still have to be able to forgive yourself and forget about the past and move on with the future. That's what this is all about, the whole program.
I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you.
We provide a lot of extra things above and beyond the basic things that a person would need.
I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS.
I had been working as a graphic designer. It was like everything just kind of crashed in, and I lost everything all at once. Now I'm getting an up-to-date education.
We've had a lot of demand for services here. We've always had trouble with having to turn away people, but it's even worse now than it ever has been. There are a lot more places for men than there are women and children. There aren't enough places in town, in the area, to take care of all the women and children that are homeless.
There's no such thing as being too far down.
I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. I will never stop marching to reach you in the middle of the hardest fight. It's true, I will rescue you. Oh, I will rescue you.
Support the mission right now and make another miracle. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to announce the 2020 Women of Substance, and our first honoree is Lily Andrus. A native Houstonian, Lily began her volunteering career with the Houston Symphony, where she nurtured her love for classical music through serving in many leadership positions. She followed in her beloved mother's footsteps as a life member of the Bluebird Circle, supporting the Bluebird Clinic for Pediatric Neurology at Texas Children's Hospital. The highlight of Lily's volunteer life has been her commitment to the Salvation Army, serving as founding president of the Women's Auxiliary and chairman of the advisory board. She has served on the board of the American Heart Association and Guild, the Houston Symphony Society, League of the Shepherd School of Music at Rice University, Sheltering Arms, a trustee for the Museum of Fine Arts Houston, Bayou Bend, and the Ladies of Literacy Guild. Lily has been honored numerous times for her devotion to helping others. A graduate of the University of Texas with a degree in mathematics, Lily is a former high school teacher. What you might not know about her, her love for the Longhorns that will find her clad in orange and white on most Saturdays during the fall. Lily salutes her husband, Thurman, as her partner in all aspects of their life, and they share their active life with 2 Welsh corgis, Winston and Abigail.
Lily, you are a woman of substance. And our next honoree is Donatella Binkenstein, who was born in the Netherlands, and because her father was a U.S. Consul General, they lived in many different countries. She's fluent in 5 languages, was a competitive figure skater and skating champion of the Netherlands. She received her trilingual interpreter translator degree and a BA degree in Paris, where she also modeled at the haute couture houses of Nina Ricci and Carvana. When she, her husband Fred, and son Alistair moved to Houston, they quickly became involved in community service, chairing numerous events and receiving much recognition for their service. Some of the charitable events she has chaired include the Tiger Ball for the Asia Society Texas, the Texas French Alliance for the Art Gala, the Women's Health Summit Huffington Center on Aging, the Seniors Place, Amazing Place, Alzheimer's Daycare Center, the Huffington Center on Aging 20th Anniversary Crystal Ball, the Doorkeepers Luncheon, and the Women's Health Summit Huffington Center with Jane Goodall. She's a founding member, past president of Ladies for Literacy Guild of the Barbara Bush Houston Literacy Foundation, and she spearheaded the design of the Ladies for Literacy Barbara Bush Children's Libraries. At present, she's also a member of the Board of Trustees of HGA Healthcare Houston, as well as a member of its Patient Perception of Quality of Care Committee.
Donatella, you are a woman of substance. Now, it's an honor to present Kathy Borlinghi. Kathy's core values are her deep love of family and her passionate community contributions. Born in Milan, her affinity for classical languages inspired the study of language arts at the University of Milan. After graduating and marrying her high school sweetheart, Giorgio, they moved to Houston to continue the family real estate business. Soon, Kathy was involved with volunteerism, and she has lived who she is by what she has volunteered to do. Her love for the ballet led to her volunteering in the Houston Ballet, serving as guild and board member for many years, co-chairing the Houston Ballet Ball and the Nutcracker Market. Kathy became very active in her 2 children's schools, chairing many fundraising events and serving on various boards, helping Duchesne Academy, Regis School, that she and Giorgio were involved in founding, and Strake Jesuit. Her hands-on involvement with Giorgio's company has brought a supportive vision to its marketing and PR, communications, and event planning. She is very proud of her title of Dame of the Grand Cross of the Order of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem, supporting the Christian presence in the Holy Land. She is also a proud member of Doni di Domani, an organization comprised of women from Italian heritage that raise money for charity selling marinara sauce. Kathy founded Mrs. B, a retail boutique of leather, luxury goods, and fine jewelry. Family is Kathy's true north. Her husband Giorgio, their children and grandchildren are always first in her world.
Kathy, you are a woman of substance. And our next honoree, I'm proud to present Doné Tramosta. Donay is a published writer, award-winning businesswoman, a style setter, and mother to River Oaks Baptist 8th grader Bella. With a passion for fashion and lover of all things creative and vintage, her family and friends christened her as the Vintage Contessa. After 70 episodes of her prior podcast, the Contessa and her husband, business partner Rob, decided to pivot by launching the Living the Authentic Life podcast, featuring stylish personalities who share their authentic journeys of commitment, connection, and conviction. Donay co-chaired numerous charitable events to make a difference, including Houston 20, Crime Stoppers, St. Luke's Friends of Nursing, I Write, No Autism, Women's Home, the Mission of Yahweh, Children at Risk, Heroes for Children, and Vale Valley Foundation. Donay and her then 6-year-old daughter co-wrote and launched a very popular children's book, The Vintage Contessa and Princessa. A spiritual connection with family and faith is at the core of every step she takes in life. Growing up in an Italian, Irish Catholic family, she's deeply rooted by tradition, loyalty, respect, and a strong commitment to generations of spiritual beliefs and values. If she isn't in her store, you can find her traveling with her family to Beaver Creek, Rockport, or a Texas ranch. Woohoo! Hee-haw!
Donay, you are a woman of substance. Our next honoree is Tracy Faulkner. Tracy has a heart for helping others. Together with her husband Harry, they give much of their time and resources for the betterment of the community and those in need. Together, they have raised over $1 million for those in need since their marriage in 2013. Tracy typically chairs or co-chairs 3 events a year. She and Harry normally contribute and attend 40 events per year. Together, they are committed to lend their time, talent, funds, and oftentimes their home to nonprofits each year. Tracy is a founding member of the Houston 20, an organization that confronts the problem of human trafficking in Houston, which may seem like something that happens in other cities, but happens in our own neighborhoods. Actually, Houston leads the nation in human trafficking cases. Tracy is a mentor and tutor serving communities in schools. She has served as vice chair of the No Autism Foundation for Children with Autism. She is the board chair for Houston Children Give Back and currently serves on the advisory board of Houston PetSet. This year, she serves as chair for today's Harbor for Children and has served as co-chair for Children at Risk, Big Brunch, and auction chair for Houston Achievement Place Gala. Tracy is a compassionate, active volunteer and philanthropist whose passion propels her into the service to others.
Tracy, you are a woman of substance. What a joy it is for me now to introduce superstar Zena Garrison. Zena got her start with tennis in the Sunnyside neighborhood of Houston at age 10 when she stumbled upon John Wilkerson's free tennis program in McGregor Park. Zena would overcome more than most tennis players, breaking many barriers for young black women from a community that had seen limited success in the sport of tennis. When she retired from professional tennis in 1996 with 14 top-level singles titles and 20 top-level doubles titles, she devoted her life to giving back to her community by founding the Zena Garrison All-Court Tennis Foundation and the Zena Garrison Foundation for the Homeless. She had founded the Zena Garrison Academy, ZGA, in 1992 to pay forward the opportunities that she was awarded as a youngster. ZGA provides young Houstonians 45 weeks of free programming each year and includes tennis instruction, college prep classes, wellness and nutritional classes, and interactive garden instruction.
Zena, you are a woman of substance. Paul David is back with a very special intro.
This next introduction is rather emotional for me. It's a beautiful spirit that I met on America's Got Talent, a show of which I'm a huge fan. I never knew when this beautiful woman stepped onto the stage, her body dismembered with burns, that I would learn that Not only does she live in Houston, but she is a beacon for God. She is a beacon for humanity. And she is a spirit that will change your life if you'll just listen to her sing, talk. She's magic. What a beautiful gift it is to present her today with the Spirit of Substance Award. Spirit of Substance, our inaugural recipient, based solely on her perseverance. She's one of 2 survivors of a plane crash that killed 107 people, 60 of them her classmates. It was through that experience that she found her voice. Lying in bed, over 100 operations, bandaged head to toe, her only solace, prayer and music. When you hear her sing, you will know that God was in her ear, and you will know that her spirit is a beacon to tell us that we can persevere through any challenge. A woman of substance? No, a spirit of substance. My pleasure to introduce all of you to Kechi Akwuchi.
Darling, place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud, baby, we found love right where we are.
Last year, Kechi won America's Hearts on America's Got Talent, and today she continues to thrill audiences with the power of her voice, and she is a role model for how she handled her toughest moment. Kechi is here with us this morning. Welcome back.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, when I saw that, it seems like it was just yesterday, but a whole lot's happened in between.
That's true.
When you see that, what goes through your head?
Just amazing how things can happen. Just things happen and just change just your path in like split seconds. At that point, I had no idea where I would be, years from then. And it's just amazing to see, looking back on all that, how much has happened since then. The traveling, the singing, and all that stuff. It's been crazy.
Music has been a part of your life for quite some time. You're in the children's choir in Nigeria.
That's true.
And then, speaking of not knowing what's going to happen next, you had something happen that a lot of us could not even imagine, and that was that plane crash where you were one of just a couple of survivors.
True.
What always touched me about you is that there are people who that really sends them off course, and for you it almost made you more determined to stay on course.
That's true. It's really something that I'm really grateful for and really humbled by. It's not something I did by myself, but in my toughest moments, the things that were always just constantly there were, my family, my support system, and my faith. And those things kind of, I think, helped keep me on the straight and narrow, and helped me to always kind of see things as, optimistic, and just always be glass half full. But through the ups and downs, especially the downs, those are the 2 things that always keep me on track.
What a pleasure it is to sit with Kechi Akwuchi, our inaugural Spirit of Substance Award recipient, and of course, star of America's Got Talent. Burn advocate all over the world. I mean, the list of your credentials just grows and grows and grows, and you do all of it with such elegance and such a really great spirit. So we're just thrilled to honor you. Hate that we can't be all together in a room and have you perform, but we're bringing you back next year.
Yes, I'll be there for sure.
Yes.
And it'll be great. Thank you.
So nice of you to open your home to us. So how did AGT change your life? And I know you've had this question a million times, but I mean, did it just change everything? I mean, it had to be mayhem, right?
It pretty much it turned everything on its head, really. Like, the exposure that the show gave me, it was mind-boggling, honestly. We realized, just how many people actually are aware of the show, watch the show, and how many people felt like, that my story was something that they wanted to kind of tap into, and they could see the possibilities there with, in terms of inspiring people and offering, like, advice or anything really, any insight to what it is that they felt I might have to offer, you know, in terms of just helping people overcome difficulties and things like that. And that was a big part of what happened after the show. People wanted me to do a lot of speaking engagements where I just talk about my life and my experiences, and hoping that that might help someone who's listening, you know, overcome some difficulty they're going through, you know. Then there's also the singing part, which is my favorite part, and is really something that I never saw beyond being a hobby before the show.
Right,
you know.
right.
But then AGT just kind of gave me this. It allowed me to dream for the first time of the possibility of making this a career.
I created an inaugural award called Spirit of Substance. So we honor these women as women of substance. The title comes from Barbara Taylor Bradford's best-selling novel. She's a friend of mine, and she allowed us to use that book title to create an event. In 4 years, we've raised over $2 million for homeless women and children at the Mission of Yahweh. And we look for honorees that do great things in the community. The Spirit of Substance is inaugural, and it was created especially for you. And I have an award that I want to give you. So you stay seated, and I'll bring it over. And I'm going to move this to there. Oh! A star is born.
Ooh, I love this. I love surprises.
So you are such an angel. So I had
Oh my God!
an angel made
Oh
for
my
you.
gosh!
It's inscribed here. 2020 Spirit of Substance presented to Kechi Akuchi.
Wow! Wow! This is incredible.
That's by a
Won't
local.
you see this?
It's
Has
a
she
local
seen this?
glass artist.
Wow.
She saw it, and then she covered it up for me too. And I said, "Oh, she'll think it's a Halloween ghost over there." It's a local glass artist. His name is Bill Meek.
Oh my goodness!
And each one is he hammers the glass and then he refines it, and in the light it will just it'll really illuminate.
Wow!
It will illuminate like Kechi.
This is so
So
sweet.
it's a real honor to have you as our inaugural Spirit of Substance Award recipient.
Thank you.
And even though we can't do it live this year, November 5th next year, Kechi Live. Don't miss it.
Yes, for sure. I'm so wow. This is wow. I can't even. Wow, this is so beautiful.
Oh, I'm so glad that you like it.
No, I'm really, really like just so humbled by this. Thank you. The fact that you feel like I deserve something like this, it just makes me realize that I'm definitely doing what I'm supposed to do with my life. So
You are,
thank you so
and you
much.
inspire so many people, and you've touched me really. And what an honor to meet you.
Thank you. It's an honor to
Can't
meet you
wait to
as
do
well.
more together.
Thank you so much. I'm really, really, really grateful.
Thank you.
Wow.
I'm so glad you accepted.
This is so cool. Can I hug you?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, girl.
Thank you.
Oh, how beautiful, Kechi. Thank you so much. Nobody deserves the Spirit of Substance Award more than you.
And now we continue with our 2020 Women of Substance. Our next honoree is Gina Gaston-Ellie. She's a 3-time Emmy Award-winning journalist and co-anchor of Eyewitness News on ABC 13. Along with her Emmys, she has won a Gracie Allen Award for her special A Conversation with Peter Jennings. She has covered presidential campaigns and conventions and major events around the world. Gina covered the presidential campaign of 2000 while at NBC, traveling across the country both before and after the prolonged campaign. She has covered 2 presidential conventions, the O.J. Simpson murder trial, and traveled to Colombia and Europe covering the Houston Symphony. She has chaired events and served on boards of numerous charitable organizations and is highly regarded in the Houston philanthropic community. And she has been honored on numerous occasions for her service. Currently, Gina serves on the board of the Children's Museum of Houston, Susan Bean Gives, and she is on the advisory board of the Women's Fund. She has supported many Houston charities such as March of Dimes, Easter Seals, Making It Better, American Heart Association, and the University of Houston Women's Studies Program. She is co-founder of Flower Power Gives with her daughter and Dr. Kelly Cohen-Fine and her daughter, Gaston. Gina is married to 3-time NBA champion Mario Elie, and they have triplets, 2 sons and 1 daughter.
Gina, you are a woman of substance. And now meet woman of substance, Susan Arnoldie Hansen. Susan is a native Houstonian and graduated from the University of Texas in interior design. Over 40 years ago, she started Susan Hansen Interior Design and has earned numerous design awards. Despite her full-time design work, she has consistently found time to serve the community. She learned from her parents that we are always supposed to make a difference and make the world a better place. Due to a family history of heart disease, she dedicated herself to the American Heart Association, starting with chairing the Heart Ball, serving as president of the Heart Guild, and on the state affiliate board and chairman of the Houston board. She co-chaired the first Go Red for Women luncheon and the Circle of Red Society. For the past 10 years, she served on the board of the Houston Symphony, focusing on the POPs Committee and the board of the Symphony League. She loves her work with the Salvation Army and serves on the board of Baylor Partnership. She's chaired events for Victory, the American Cancer Society, Aware for Alzheimer's, the Biopreservation, the Chris Samaritan Center, the Crohn's and Colitis Winter Ball, and the Mission of Yahweh Women of Substance Luncheon. As you can imagine, she's been honored many times, but she considers her greatest accomplishment to be her 2 daughters and her 4 grandsons that she shares with her husband, Dick.
Susan, you are a woman of substance. Next, Leela Krishnamurthy. Upon immigrating from India to the United States, Leela obtained a master's degree in library science from Clark University and worked with Coretta Scott King at the Martin Luther King Jr. Center for Nonviolent Social Change. She was responsible for communications between the King Center and the South Asian community. In LA, she accepted a position as head librarian for the Bell Library, where she arranged events to bring best-selling authors for Q&As and readings. She even brought in animals and puppet shows for a children's series. Her programs quickly became standing room only events and resulted in many awards and finally a key to the city. She also became one of the founding members of the Malibu Temple, one of the largest Hindu temples in the United States.
When Leela moved to Houston, she was appointed head librarian at the Barbara Bush Library in Spring, where she continued presenting best-selling authors such as Stephen King. As a board member and president of the Indo-American Charity Foundation, Leela sponsored and built 2 homes for Houston Habitat for Humanity. Currently, she serves on the board of UNICEF and is a past president and trustee of Sankara Netralaha OM Trust in India, which raises funds to fight blindness in India. Her husband, Nat, retired as a senior executive at Texaco. Daughter Sujata is senior vice president at Universal Music. Daughter Gila has her own consulting firm, and son Sajay is a trial lawyer at Morgan Lewis Bacchius.
Leela, you are a woman of substance. And now, the final honoree.
I am so honored to introduce our final 2020 Women of Substance honoree. The Honorable Susan S. Susan is a first-generation American, her parents having been fortunate to flee from Nazi Europe. After graduating from UT with honors and the University of Houston School of Law, Susan started practicing law in 1977 and became the firm's first female partner. She practiced civil trial law for 17 years, primarily handling disputes in state and federal courts. In 1991, Susan achieved her professional dream of becoming a Texas State District Judge when Governor Ann Richards appointed her as a Texas State District Judge for Harris County Civil District Court for the state of Texas. Today, she concentrates on mediation and arbitration. She has mediated over 7,000 cases and arbitrated over 300. Susan is committed to public and community service and has been honored many times. She has chaired such events as the ADL Annual Karen H. Sussman Jurisprudence Award Luncheon, Women on the Move Luncheon, American Heart Circle of Red event, the Mission of Yahweh Gala, and the Holocaust Museum Gala. She served on the board of the Anti-Defamation League Southwest Region, the board of the United Way Alexis de Tocqueville Society, and the board of Houston Council for B'nai B'rith Youth Organization. In fact, she gives an annual scholarship to a teenage girl who is a member of the B'nai B'rith Girls. Susan is married to Henry Susan, their daughter Nicole is married to Seth Kaplan, and they have a precious 1-year-old granddaughter, Claire Harper Kaplan. By the way, Susan, as chair of the Mission of Yahweh Gala Mission Incredible, holds the record for the most money raised. Susan, you are indeed a woman of substance. Okay, gang, we are going to break the record today, right?
Susan, you too are a woman of substance. Congratulations to all the 2020 Women of Substance who do so much for so many. And thank you to Giddings for their beautiful photos. We're excited now to hear again from our Spirit of Substance Award winner, Kechi.
There goes my heart beating, and you are the reason I'm losing my sleep. Please come back now. There goes my mind racing, and you are the reason that I'm still breathing. I'm hopeless now. I'll climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. 'Cause I need you to see you are the reason. You are the reason. You are the reason. I need you to hold me tonight. Climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. Climb every mountain and swim every ocean just to be with you and fix what I've broken. 'Cause I need you to see you are the reason.
So this year, we're going to be having an online auction. We have the benefit of so many of our vendors that have supported us in the past. It's just online. So be prepared to go on the site, look at your items, and bid accordingly. We really rely on you to take advantage of these great items and drive some resources to help homeless women and children at the Mission of Yahweh.
Good afternoon, friends. I hope that you are all enjoying this wonderful event in honor of the Mission of Yahweh. My name is Rachel Regan, and my husband Tom and I are honored to once again support the mission this year by donating a trip through exclusive resorts. It was my pleasure to be the very first chair of the first Women of Substance luncheon, and then have the blessing of being an honoree last year. We have been supporting the mission for many years because we believe that the Mission of Yahweh truly creates miracles every day for so many people. So please join me in bidding high and bidding often for a fabulous trip with Exclusive Resorts. Exclusive Resorts is a private club, one of the largest owners of privately held real estate in the world that is traveled by our member families that put a premium on a safe sanctuary and privacy and unparalleled service. And Tom and I are thrilled to donate a 5-day, 4-night trip to one of 8 destinations of your choosing. For all of you here in support of the Mission of Yahweh and the great work that they do, please bid often, please bid high. Enjoy.
Some of these great items include a $5,000 gift certificate from I.W. Marks Jewelers. Thank you, Brad and Joanna Marks, for that. I mean, have you seen the Rolex collection they have?
Oh,
you guys
my
need to
God.
make it down to the store.
It's not just the Rolex.
It's everything.
Listen, if you are in trouble with your partner, your spouse, whomever, you can fix it with this auction item.
Great idea.
I recommend you look into that.
Our next auction item is a beautiful angel glass sculpture by Bill Meeks, valued at $1,500. And I heard it takes him 3 months to make one of these.
It does, and I want to tell you this also. We love it so much that this is the actual award that we're giving to our Lifetime of Substance and our Spirit of Substance Award recipients. However, this one is bigger, and it's something that's going to be great for anybody's art collection. It's one of a kind, and it's really extraordinary. Look on the website. There's a great picture there, and you can look at it, and I promise you for that amount of money, you're going to be fighting over it.
Agreed. And then Neiman Marcus, who has sponsored us for many years, is giving us a $2,500 gift certificate. Oh, since the beginning.
Since the beginning.
$2,500 gift certificate for a shopping spree with a personal shopper plus champagne and lunch for 2.
I'm gonna open the bidding at $1,500.
Champagne and lunch for 2. I think for only $2,500, I think they're gonna lose out on that one.
I'm gonna do $1,500. What are you gonna do?
Oh, well, I don't bid on television.
This isn't television. It's a video.
Oh, well, I'm still not. No,
You
because then you
told
can
me before we did this that you do $2,000.
Well, I need to talk about
I'm gonna bid
this
$2,500.
beautiful necklace.
$2,500. I'm gonna bid that. However, you can still outbid me because it comes with what? It comes with like lunch for 2 and
Lunch
a
for
personal
2
shopper.
and champagne, which if you only get it for $2,500, that's a deal.
So, go ahead, outbid me.
We also have a beautiful necklace donated by Virgility Jewelry Design.
I hear they're really, really pretty.
Really? Well, it says it's made of antique clear glass beads strung with copper spacers and sky blue crystal glass, all leading to an amazing one-of-a-kind amber glass pendant that's encased in sterling silver. Sounds like a statement piece for sure.
It does. It sounds like something that maybe you'll bid on since I just outbid you on the Neiman's certificate.
What else do we have in our items, Paul David, in our auction?
Well, we have Vicki Rizzo. Thank you so much. More than you can imagine. Always a big supporter. Not only does she support individually, but she always gives something from her beautiful shop. And if you haven't been there, when you can go, more than you can imagine. Vintage, beautiful stuff. I've spent a lot of money there. I'm always surprised by what I find. Thank you, Vicki. Also, the Hive. Something new to me. I didn't really know what the Hive is, but I can tell you, when you go on the website and you look at this, you're going to be really impressed by this new vendor and new supporter of the Mission of Yahweh and Women of Substance. And a name that's familiar to everybody, Connie Kwan Wong, CKW. Beautiful, beautiful shawl that she's donating. Pashmina, cashmere, absolutely beautiful. Normally she does the purse. We wanted something different. This is extraordinary. You're going to want to get in, especially going into the winter months.
These all sound like fantastic items, and you can find many more listed on the website, missionofyahweh.org.
I feel like we just did a segment for QVC, but I'm hoping that y'all have been entertained by our banter, and I hope that you understand that all of this is for a purpose. Please donate, please bid, please support us. The Mission of Yahweh, a homeless shelter for women and children. You'll be doing the right thing. Thank you.
Visit the mission. You will be amazed. We would love your donation.
Make a miracle today. Make a donation.
Thanks for watching and supporting. You are viewers of substance. Please make a donation.
Make a donation.
Make a donation.
Make a donation.